Good morning everyone. So here we start with the lab class. We have an exercise question at the end of the slides. So we will do this question in this class. Alright, so define a class date. We have a class date and it has three instance variables. Month, the type of this variable is string. Day, the type of this variable is integer. Year, the type of this variable is integer. Then what we have to do? We have to provide a method. The name of the method is writeOutput, where we want to print the details of the date. That means we will print year, day and month. Provide the accessor and mutator methods. We will not do this accessor and mutator methods right now. We will carry on this topic in the lab 12 when we start with the accessor and the mutator method. So let's start. Alright, so I will first of all start make a class, Java class, not a main class, because I want to declare a method and I want to declare the variables. Alright, so what is the name of the class? The name of the class is date and three instance variables. So I will name this class as date. I made it capital. Okay. Alright, so fine. Now public class date. Alright, so I have three variables: string month, then I have integer day, and I have year. Now what I want to do, I just want to create a method, writeOutput method, and where I will print the date. So I will write here. Okay, how to create a method? Now we have two ways to create a method. Either we can pass parameters to it, or we can have a parameterless method. So we can have two types of the method: public keyword followed by the type returned. What is the type returned by this method? Then followed by the method name, and we have some parameters inside it. Or we can create a void method. Void method does not return anything, so we don't need to return anything. We will create a void method here, public void, and the name of the method is, if I go to the end slide, name of the method is writeOutput, where W is capital and O is capital. So writeOutput. Inside the brackets, I am not going to pass right now anything. I will create a parameterless method. If I am not passing anything over here in these two round brackets, that means I am creating a method which does not receives any parameters. So if I write something over here, int a, int b, string a, that means it's a parameterized method. I don't need parameters over here, and right now I will create just a empty parameter method. So what I need to do in this method, according to the question, I just want to print the details of the date. So system.out.println, first of all I will print day, because that is the format, day day, plus then I will give a space over here, then I will print month, then again I will give a space. You can write three system.out statements also, but we can do the same thing with one statement, plus year. This is how we write the date. So my class is done. Let's just compile it to check if no errors. Now this program cannot run because it does not have a main method. So for executing this class, I need to write another class which will have a main method. So I will create another class now, main class. Now normally you can name it anything because it's not mentioned in the question, but normally it's a practice that we give a name test to the main class. So I can give like test followed by the name of my previous class, which was date. I can make it D capital or small, doesn't matter. test date, so that next time if I want to check what to which program or to which class this file belong, it will give me it belongs to the date file. So if I have test main class for many different programs, it will be quite confusing. That's why I gave it name as test and then followed by date. But you can give any name, that's not a big deal. Alright, so here what we need to do, we need to create the object of the date class first of all. So what will I do? I will create a object of the date class, date d1. You can give any name, date d, d1, abcd, whatever you want. Name of object can be anything, is equals to new date. Now how can I access the variables, how to set the values? If I go over here in the program, if you see over here, how do we access the or initialize the value of the variables? Name of the object dot followed by name of variable is equals to whatever value you want to set. So I will do same thing over here in the test date class. The name of my object is d1 dot day. Day is a integer type, is equals to 26. Let me just print it. So 26 day I have set it to be here. d1 dot month. Month is a string type variable. Let me just make it a January. And last one is year. Okay, is equals to 2020. Right? So this is how we can refer to the variables of the previous class by making the object of the class followed by the dot followed by the name of the variable. Now what I need to do? I need to print the values of the variables. So what will I do? I have created a method called writeOutput in the date class. This method, what it is doing, it is just printing the value inside the variable day, month and year. So I will call this method which I created in the date class from this test date class. So how to call this method? Same way, the object of date class for dot followed by the name of the method, right? Output. That's it. Let's try to run it. Let's try to execute it. So 26th January 2020. The date is 26th January 2020. You can use the scanner class here also. Try to do this program by using the scanner class by yourself. So this is all for this lab. Alright, let's try to do with this scanner class. Import java.util.scanner. Let me just try to take the values of day, month and year from the user. So what will I do? First of all, I will create the object of the scanner class. Scanner kb is equals to new scanner system.in. Alright, so system.out.println. Enter the day, month and year. So I will just display a message over here. Then what will I do? First of all, I will take the value of day from the user. D1 dot day is equals to kb dot next int. Then instead of month, instead of putting January here, I will do here d1 dot month kb dot next, and here d1 dot year, same thing. I will do kb dot next in. So I am taking the value of all the three variables from the user and I will call the method like this. If you want, you can display over here system dot out dot println the date is. So we are just making our program more interactive. Alright, so let me just enter 26 January 2020. So the date is 26 January 2020. So you can use the scanf clause also, but how to access the variables? You will make the object of the class with the help of the object of the class followed by the name of the variable, and either you can define it in the program or you can take it from the user. So thank you so much. We come to the end of this lecture.